Welcome back to my channel. It's a fly. Okay, so we're gonna talk about essential things for summer for van life. Now these things, you can live without them. But I think for us, living in a van would be a lot more miserable without these things. So I have 4 things on my list that I think are essential for us to live full-time in a van. Now if you just travel with your van or only use it for weekends or like a week at a time, you probably don't need all these things because you won't be spending a lot of time in your van. So I try to rank them by the most important thing and the least, but I really can't. So let's just start with the first one, and that's Reflectix. It's a reflective cover for your windows. So it probably depends what kind of van do you have, but pretty much all of them have a huge front window. And your dashboard gets freaking hot if it's left on the sun, especially for hours. You cook yourself to death. I think it's very useful for 2 reasons. So the first reason is during the day. Well, actually 3 reasons. So first reason is during the day when it's sunny, like I said, we put Reflectix on and the sunlight doesn't come in, so it keeps the heat out. Second is like I said, we live in the city most of the time because we work here. So if I put Reflectix on, people don't see what I'm doing inside. And the same goes for the nighttime. When we have a shower or something, we turn the lights on. Everyone can see inside, but with Reflectix on, we are very much hidden. We do have curtains, so we could just use the curtains at night, but during daytime, especially on sunny days, Reflectix is 100% a must. Very crucial, essential. Get it, buy it, make it. We bought it at the hardware store, a full roll of it, and I just cut it myself. As you can see, it's not perfect because I didn't buy the right size, but it works. I'll show you how I put this on. So as I mentioned, we have curtains that we keep them up here. They are blackout curtains, so this is where I stick them. So basically no one can see inside. So they're great for nighttime. But for daytime, the Reflectix is the best. So we've had this for a year, and as you can see, it's a little falling apart. Up here I put a little Velcro tape just so it stays in place. This is a little mosquito candle just so we can have the windows open at night. Okay, so I'll show you how I put this on. So it doesn't have any Velcro, but it does just stick to the window itself. Okay, here we go. And then what I like to do is use this little clip, because right now the air is not really coming in, but if I use a little clip, oh, this is hard doing with one hand. Okay, and now the airflow can, the air can flow. And this one is in pretty bad shape, but it works. The second thing I'll talk about is having a fan installed in your van ceiling, the fan. So we installed the fan ourselves, and you can check our video. I'll link it down below, and I'll try to link it up here if I can figure it out how, because I've never done it before. We put our fan right above the bed, as you can see right here, and it's the best thing we did, because at night we turn it at night we can turn the airflow to go inside, and it's just easier and better to sleep. I think the best thing would be to have 2 fans, one in the back and one here at the front. But that cost a lot of money and we didn't have the money, so we just have one. But the fan is running 24/7. Unless everyone's out of the van, we don't turn it off because it's too hot in here for anything else. And we don't have AC. It just makes it more bearable. So now it's turned out, if that makes sense. So now it's like pulling the air through the van out, and then at night when it's cooler outside, I'll turn it the other way around and it will push the air inside. Shit, so hard to speak. Okay. We decided to buy a smaller fan, so we went to Canadian Tire and we bought this. And it's not USB, it's just a regular plug fan, and it's as big as my head. It's bigger. And we use this for multiple reasons. Usually I'll put it on that side of the van and turn it towards the bed or towards the dog because she's low-key dying right there. So yeah, we use this mostly for the dog, but also for us. When we're sitting on the bed, I'll put it here on the, what's this called? Tabletop? Countertop? Kitchen countertop? So I'll put it here, and at night we'll have a nice breeze towards the bed. It helps us sleep, and even during the day. And there's one very good reason we have this too, is for gaming. Because when I sit on the bed and I have my laptop on and my laptop is getting really hot, this helps cool down the whole thing, me and the laptop. So for all you gamers out there, get something like this, it's the best. And I'll also turn the main fan inward so it will blow air directly on my laptop, because I usually sit up there when I'm gaming, and it helps with the heat. So the little one is not essential, but it's very useful. But the top one is 100% essential, especially if you don't have a window in the back. Last summer we didn't have a window, and now I cannot imagine sleeping without the window open, honestly. Useful, essential thing number 3. That would be a fridge or a cooler or both. Yes, have both. If you have the space, both. So when we first started building the van, I didn't want those boxy fridges. I wanted the actual fridge. So we bought a mini fridge from Costco, I think. It has a tiny little freezer area. I can show you right now. Okay, so our fridge is down here, and I didn't plan on filming it, so it's not clean. So hopefully it doesn't look too bad. It's very full right now. This is the tiny freezer area I was telling you about. So I have a couple small silicone ice cube trays, and then it is very essential to store chocolate because this thing melted on me. So the fridge is basically to make ice cubes, store your chocolate, and then keep water bottles cool in here. So you saw my freezer, and it's pretty small, and I like iced drinks, especially iced coffee. I can go through all of those in a day like nothing, in an afternoon. So I really wanted something else, because when I empty all of those, it takes like 24 hours to make another ice. I decided to buy a tiny cooler so I can buy an ice bag or grab some at work because I'm a server, and it lasts in the cooler a couple days. So this is the tiny cooler. It was $20, and right now the water is pretty much melted, but I grab a scoop and you can see there's plenty of ice still in here, so you can just grab it with water and make a drink. So I would advise you not to buy like those gel ice packs, because they're just a waste of space in your van. You don't have much space, and they probably take as long to cool, to like freeze, as normal water. I think so. But if you buy actual ice, even if it melts, you still have cold water, so you can drink it. Just make sure that if you're putting bottles inside your cooler with the ice, that you clean them first, so the ice is still drinkable. So if you live full-time in a van, get a fridge instead of a cooler, especially one with the freezer option. It's great. If you only use your van for trips or weekends, you're probably fine with just a cooler, but I would advise you to get a 12-volt power cooler, so you can plug it into your car while you're driving, or into your external battery or jackery or whatever you have. It'll keep your things cold, because with this $20 cooler, it keeps the ice, like I said, for 2, maybe 3 days top. It's just like an extra thing because we had space for it in our shower. I would prefer to have the boxy fridge I said I would never have, because our fridge, whenever we drive around, things move around, and then when you open the door, everything falls out, and it's really frustrating. I would love to have a big freezer, maybe someday. They're so expensive. Like this fridge was $100. 100 Canadian is like what, 70 euros. That's not too bad. It's very cheap. Okay, and now the last thing, the fourth thing, are water bottles. All different shapes and sizes and materials. We have a lot of them. So this is the one I showed you before, but this one I bought it to keep it in the fridge. Then we have insulated water bottles. 2, 3. So they're great because, well, they're insulated. So, oops. I didn't know something was in there. Oh, okay. So when you put ice in this one, it'll stay in here for like 6 to 10 hours probably. These are the best. Highly recommend. This one is from Starbucks. These two are thermal flasks. They're great for cool and hot, I think. It used to have a hot sign. They're great for anything, summer or winter, and it was 2 for $25 at Costco, I think. Really good. Some, what's this called? We have this also goes in the fridge. And then we have some bigger bottles. These are, I think, they hold 2.2 liters. And they're great whenever you go somewhere with fresh water. You can fill them up, and here you go, 5 liters of water right here. And they're tiny-ish, so you can store them anywhere in the car, or you can just drink from it too, like whatever. Great. And we also have the 2 big jugs. They're 20 liters each that we use to fill up water mainly in the winter, but now we just keep them as an extra water storage, so we don't have to refill our water tank that often. And I've shown you those already, but I'll link my how we fill up water video so you can check them out. So this is it for all the essentials, but I have one more that is essential to me. Instant coffee. You don't want to boil water all day long. Trust me, instant coffee is the way to go. I drink about 3-4 coffees a day. I went to Tim Hortons today, so I have this. I'll reuse it. So first, you put some water in. Just the warm tap water, it's fine. Then you add a spoonful of coffee. Then you use this thingy, milk frother, but I use it just for coffee because I don't put milk in my coffee. Sometimes I do, but mostly not. Then you take a scoop. This is just half a cup, and scoop out your cold icy water from your cooler. Place the lid back on and enjoy your coffee. Oh, this is freaking essential for everyone, not just people living in the van. We came to the end of this video. I hope you liked it. Leave a comment if you have any questions or if you have any suggestions. What are your essentials for living in a van? Like I said, these are the essentials for full-time van lifers. If you're just a weekend traveler, you might not need those things. I would highly recommend Reflectix anyways. If nothing else, it'll give you privacy and keep the heat out during the day, so great. Thank you so much for watching. I will be posting every Saturday from now on, and I'll see you next week. Bye! Oh, the cooler is great for tequila too, just FYI. Keeps it cool for longer. Nice and refreshing. But coffee, man. I'm low-key melting.